Well, I got my car back, Jules. So, I need to figure out what happened. That's not helpful at all. The game is lagging a little bit. Kind of, sometimes. I love running at 1 frame a second. It's fantastic. It's my favorite. It's like downloading an image on old like DSL on dial-up. All right, one of the things I wanted to do is check his pockets. I mean, if I had some way of searching, God, I get slower the further north I get here. If I had some way of testing the quality of the jet, I'd be able to figure out who it was that's selling the bad stuff. God, why is the game lagging so much? I'm just gonna like restart the game. Seems to fix it, but this is getting worse. It feels like each time I play this, I get less time to play before the game starts like lagging. At least the game starts up really quick. Alright, so it was Reneska. And it was Jules. Who was the other one? Jagged Jimmy, you were the other one. So, how'd you get that scar, Jimmy? Well, Jagged Jimmy J's got a lot of love, my pilot friend, but the world don't always love Jagged Jimmy J back, see? Don't I know it? Well, sometimes the world is a, cruel place. He points at his scar. Well, I got this while I was stopping this one big ugly son of a bitch from hitting this chick, because I didn't like the way he was touching her, right? Really, what happened? He gets into his fighting stance. So I step in, right? And he pulls a knife on old JJ. I ain't got nothing on me but my bare hands, right? So he gets in a lucky cut before I, bam, canceled his ass. Great story. I got some other questions. Where do you get your jet, Jimmy? Well, glad you asked, my pilot friend. Glad you asked. See, all them other dealers, right? They get their shit secondhand, watered down, diluted with all sorts of shit. But your jet, on the other hand, me, I got ties to the creator, my pilot friend. I get my jet straight from the Brainiac, living out of Chemin Compound's Myron. Who's Myron? Well, he's family Mordino's golden boy. He made a jet. Buying from Jagged Jimmy is like buying from Myron himself, you hear? Well, that's why JJ got the pure jet, the best jet. Interesting. Okay. Reneska said that you sell jet laced with arsenic. Yeah, he would say that because he knows all about it. What do you mean? What do I mean? I mean, Jimmy likes his buyers happy and alive. Reneska don't draw no distinctions between the two, though. So you draw your own conclusions, my pilot friend. Dead, huh? Like Richard? Jimmy, we didn't need to turn violent here. This wasn't necessary. I didn't want to get into a fight with Jimmy. I didn't expect that to break into a fight. But apparently Jimmy's got no qualms about dying, so I'll just load. That hit about Myron. Who is Mordino, though? Mordino, the Desperado family, Jesus Mordino, is that correct? I need to go check on, look for Myron Mordino. Let's see, did I get any update about the status of the quest? Out of curiosity. Find out who was responsible for Richard Wright's overdose. Nope. Who are you? Do you know anything about Richard Wright overdosing on Jet? Well, that little piss-ass Wright kid? Ha, you trying to pin that shit on me? You're out of luck. I ain't sorry for the little fucker's dead. I didn't have nothing to do with it. Who do you figure might have done it? Yeah, Renesca, the Rocket Man. Sells so much jet he could shoot you to the moon. He's on the west side in Salvatore territory. He don't like the Wrights none, and his chems ain't pure, you know what I'm saying? What were you saying about the Mordino family? We're gonna run New Reno. You set me up. I don't know, you don't look too strong. Maybe you should try somewhere else. Alright, fine. Okay, so that didn't help me much. Byron's here somewhere. I'm not gonna go talk to Big Jesus because he's just gonna start shooting me. This one's just the townsfolk in here. That's just kind of rude. How about this chem dealer? I wonder if he knows anything. Nope. I feel like I'm going in circles trying to figure out who this was. What's behind the door? Okay. Yeah, I'm going in circles. I'm gonna go talk to Reneska again, my best friend in the whole world. See how he's doing. Because everybody's pointing the fingers around, but I feel like Reneska's got the most fingers pointing at him. But because even Jesus was pointing at him instead of Jimmy J or Jules. Did you sell Jet? Well, they both said to ask you about it. Look, Primate, you didn't even know what you're babbling about. Think I do, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Jules said he didn't sell to the kid. Jimmy says he didn't sell to the kid. You say you didn't sell to him, so one of you is lying. I can answer that easy. One of those two mongrels is lying to save their behind. Between the two, they sell 90% of the Jet in Reno, and that's the only place the boy we're talking about could have gotten it from. Or somebody that bought from one of you three. Who were your customers last month who might have had contact with the victim? Well, I have no idea. I didn't know the boy, so I don't know his friends or his habits. The only one who could tell you that for sure is too busy being dead in Golgotha to tell you. Or in Golgotha. It's a mass graveyard outside of town to the south. Follow the stench. The one other than your own. Okay. Have I told you about my hometown village of Arroyo? I love that this is just every time I see him I have to talk to him about it. So I don't know if I have to go to Golgotha in order to find out. Okay. So I confronted Reneska and they both told me to go talk. Okay. I wonder if there's somebody still alive in Golgotha that can give me the information I need then. Let me check my status in the Pip-Boy. No, that's still nothing. Let's see, if I talk to JJ, Jagged Jimmy J. And don't get into a fight with him again. If I can avoid the urge. Everybody gets so angry as soon as I bring it up. Alright. Everybody's pointing their fingers at Reneska, which is depressing because I like Reneska. I didn't want it to be him. I wanted it to be one of the other people. But Reneska's the one with the strongest personality. I can't confront you about it too. Okay. I think we're heading to Golgotha. I think that's our only option to get some information. Thankfully, it's just right outside of town. I really don't know how much information I'm going to get from here. Oh, nice. Look at all of these bodies. Is there anybody alive out here? Look for any text. I'm not seeing anybody that's alive. Everybody is looking pretty dead, gotta say. I'm not seeing many living people here. I might need a hint to tell me where to go here. Let's see if I can get a tiny hint without spoiling it. Okay. I am missing a key piece of evidence, and I can find the jet canister that Richard Wright used to overdose, or used when he overdosed, in his room. So I need to head back to the Wright's mansion and search his room. That's what we're missing. And they're on the east side. Oh, we're over here. There's a bunch of kids over here. One of the Wright children. They're very, what's the word? Fertile? Probably not the word I wanted to use. So who do I talk to? Can you tell me about your brother Richard? Well, good kid. Damn, if we ever find out who done it to him. Any ideas who might have done it? A lot of other families sell jet. It could have been any one of them. Ordino's got the most jet dealers though, because they make the most jet. Me, I'm betting it was one of them. What dealers do you suspect? Bunch of them. Jag and Jimmy J on 2nd Street, that old son of a bitch Renesca on the West End, and Jules Deals too. At the front of town, but mostly to dumb tourists. And then there's a little Jesus Mordino. Little Jesus. Well, he's Big Jesus' son. A bastard, more like. You ought to caught Richard alone, then pumped him full of jet out of spite. You're looking for him, check out the Desperado. Little Jesus hangs out there with his old man. Okay. Which one is his room? Marriage ain't a word, it's a life sentence. That's kind of morbid. The pupper. I want a pupper. Just gonna check all these rooms. Oh, cool. Too full for the shotgun. That's a shame. Fine. Is there an upstairs to this mansion, I wonder? Why am I stuck? Am I between both of them? Is it just that both of them are trapping me in here? Thank you. Is there an upstairs, or there might be rooms up here too? Mrs. Wright jumps. Oh my, you gave me such a fright. Squints at you. Well, hello again. Who are you? Well, me. Why, I'm Mrs. Ethel Wright. God. Ethel Wright, head of the Temperance Union here in New Reno. She studies you. And who might you be? Well, I'm Narg, and I had some questions about New Reno. Well, oh my, you're a tribal, aren't you? Your accent gave it away. She raises her voice and starts speaking slowly. Well, may I be the first to welcome you to our city. What you say, me simple tribal, no understanda you. Well, I said, let me, points at herself, welcome you, points at you, to, gestures at the city around her, city of lights. Perhaps you think this high-tech armor I'm wearing somehow magically attached itself to me? Look, cut out the tribal talk, all right? Oh, excuse me. She seems startled. Pardons, pardons. It's just that I thought, well, never mind. Let's put that all behind us. What can I do for you? And now we enter the conversation from a point of power. What are some questions? Tell me about the Temperance Union. Why, yes, she wags her finger at you. New Reno is a beautiful city, but there is sin here, much of which can be traced back to the evils of alcohol, or as you tribesmen call it, pauses dramatically, firewater. We primitives call it alcohol, too. She rambles on. Well, the Temperance Union was established to help people turn away from the poison of drink and turn towards more hard-working pursuits. Oh, well, how about... New Reno can't exist on gambling and alcohol and prostitution and expect to survive. Oh, no. Not while Ethel Wright is at the helm, it won't. No siree. So who's all in your organization? Well, good Father Tully, for one. What does your organization do? I'm not going to call out Father Tully. The Temperance Union was established to help people turn away from the poison of drink and turn towards more hard-working pursuits. She's just repeating herself. Let me try talking to you again. Your husband's the head of family, right, correct? Why, yes, he is. She squints at you again. I'm sorry, do you know my husband? Not personally, but I know the Wrights control the distribution of alcohol in all of New Reno. She frowns. Now, what is this foolishness you're speaking of? Alcohol distribution in New Reno. I know my husband is inclined to drink, but he is breaking the habit. Oh, I was thinking of a different... Okay, she doesn't know. We're not gonna do that. You're Richard's mother, right? I heard he passed away recently. I'm sorry. Her smile dies. Yes, my son Richard. Yes, he left us much too soon. Yes. He looks at her hands. I heard it was a jet overdose, is that right? Her jaw tightens. That filthy poison. I thought... Screen, stop going black for a second. I thought that that I'd taught him to stay away from that stuff, and then... Can you tell me where he might have gotten the jet? Well, I don't know. Her hands clench into fists. They sell that poison on every corner here in New Reno. Everywhere you go, they're peddling it. Do you know any specific dealers? Not by name. They know enough to run when they see me coming, but they cluster like flies around Virgin Street at the front of town and outside the casinos. Okay. Kind of useful information, but not really. Ooh. I can't fit it. I need to sell some stuff. I need to go to Renesca and sell some stuff, and then there's the gun guy, I think also in the west side, and sell some stuff. So both. I need to go to both and sell stuff. Because I am getting full. Alright. There might be more up here. There might be more people, like more rooms up here. There's a lot of kids, right? This doesn't look like rooms, though. Yeah? Let's say I ran into your mom. He cringes. Great! Did she give you a speech? A little. You do not like your mother? Shrugs. Well, she just doesn't pay attention to what's going on around her. I love her and all, but sometimes she's as blind as a mule. I'm not gonna insult her looks. Can you tell me what happened to your brother Richard? Well, Richard? We found him dead in one of the gutters, like one of those jet crashers. Near as we can figure, someone pumped him with chems until he was dead. Someone gave it? How do you know he didn't overdose because he took too much? Well, because he was a clean kid. Mom taught him that much. And if you feel like saying any different, maybe you and I should settle it right here, huh? Who do you figure might have done it? Like what? My guess is the Mordinos. Either one of their dealers or one of the Mordino family themselves. Bastards make tons of jet. Which of the dealers do you think sold it to Richard? Well, it could have been any one of them. Jagged Jimmy J, that scarred prick at the corner of Virgin Street, or Renesca the Rocket Man, that weaselly old shit who sells jet out of that fortified shell up on the west side. Are there any others? Well, Jules at the head of town also sells jet, but he mostly sells to tourists. And then there's little Jesus Mordino. He might have pushed chems on Rich while Rich was out alone. He hangs out at the Desperado. Okay. I need to find his room. Based on the hint that I got, his room is important. Oh, there's stairs down here. Oh, this is the I saw this before. How do I get... Why am I stuck? Cassidy, move. So is there another floor in the Wright family mansion? I'm working on it. Okay, he's just threatening me. I think I need to get a little bit more information. Okay, so because my intelligence is so low, I can't find the jet canister. I need intelligence 7 and I have intelligence 4, so I will not find it. And it says that if you do not ask for permission, which requires intelligence 7, I can't find the canister. I can, however, go and dig up his grave. I have to go find Richard's grave, I guess, out in Golgotha. And it's gonna lower my karma to dig up the grave as well, but I don't really know what my karma is anyway, to be fair. I don't know how to check my karma, but it's fine. It's a shame that Narg is so dumb, huh?